with a question. Who's on the same anti-anxiety medication as their dog? What's up, just me? Okay, I'm used to that. Who just has a dog here? Anyone got a dog? Okay, does your dog like baths?
Rocky and...
Yeah, he does not? He does not like baths. Okay, so I knew... No, it's okay. I got the dog's name and that he didn't like baths. I think that's good. I knew that, like, cats didn't fuck with water, but I didn't know that I could get a defective water-hating dog. Like, every time we go to give our dog a bath, she starts acting like she's in one of those Sarah McLachlan commercials. You know the one. We're putting the water on. I'm like, come on, I made it nice and warm for you. And she's like, in the arms of the angels. I'm like, come on, man. She starts shivering and stuff. We keep the apartment at 80 degrees. She starts looking like we haven't fed her in a while. I'm like, Sarah, if you need an extra for your next video, I've got a crisis actor dog that you can borrow. It's ridiculous. She's one of the most spoiled dogs in the world, but for just 5 cents a day, you can give Jasmine a better life. We are on the same anti-anxiety medication. She's an anxious little thing. I've been on medication for 5 years now, and it totally changed my life. It made my life so much better, and it kind of weirds me out that there's still a stigma about it, you know, like people are still not down with antidepressants, anti-anxiety medication, and it's just like, how often do you see medicine work that quickly in real time? Like, my brain was broken, and then I took a pill and it fixed it, you know? My brain no worky, and then I ate a magic bean, and then it worky. I'm a goddamn fairy tale. I'm a modern medical miracle walking amongst you every day. How are you going to be mad at that? Also, just like the state of the world right now, are you not medicated? Are you not on drugs? Look at everything going on. Are you well adjusted right now? That's weird. That's suspicious. We're living in a weird time. Our attention spans are shot to shit. We just don't have the capacity for anything longer than a minute. I always think about this toy that I had when I was a kid. If you're a 90s kid, you might also remember it. It was a plastic tube, and you would turn it over, and it would make a noise, and then you turn it over, and it'd make another noise. And you would just turn that thing over and over again. And you'd do it for hours, and you'd be entertained. And now, if I am not scrolling TikTok while watching a movie on the TV, while reading an article on my laptop, I'm bored. What happened to us? I have to consume 3 different forms of media just to be at homeostasis. Like, what is that? And we're inundated with information. We know too much. We know far too much. We know more than any other generation before us. And we're constantly just being hit with this barrage of information, even in our leisure activities. Is everyone on TikTok? Yeah, you're on TikTok. They have these doctors and professors on there constantly diagnosing me with ADHD and bisexuality. Constant. And you know, I'm sure it's positive in some ways, but I think it's a little much, okay? Like, I was on there the other day, and, you know, I was scrolling, and it was like, cute animal video, dance I will attempt and fail at, and then there was a doctor, and he was like, you know, if you've got those scented candles in your house, you gotta throw them out, because when you burn them, the chemicals come out, and it's like a carcinogen, and you're gonna die, or whatever. And instead of being grateful for that information, my gut reaction was like, come on, man. I didn't need to know that. Don't burden me with that information. I like my scented candles. You know, I'm 30. Back in my day, they just let you die from something like that. Death by cupcake candle. I got 5 or 6 of those things going at any given moment in my apartment. And they're all baked goods flavors, and I like it. I like that in the fall it smells like a pumpkin came all over my apartment. I think it's nice, and I'm not getting rid of them, so Ignorance is bliss. I can't be the only one with, you got the brownie candle, the cookie flavored candle, that just wants to, like, just take a bite out of that thing, right? My brain is like, if smell like food, why no eat? I gotta be like, I'm sorry, buddy, we just can't. Just can't. Oh man, those doctors are insufferable. Only more insufferable is couples with a large age gap. You guys met some of these people? Yeah, they are worse than the marathon runners and the crypto bros combined. They just love talking about it. They always got something to prove. Sometimes in a court of law. But seriously, I'm talking about these ones with like a 10+ year age gap. Within 5 minutes of speaking to them, they're like, age is just a number. Well, numbers are important, aren't they? Numbers tell us how big and small things are. It's not just a number when it comes to tax season or negotiating your salary. And then they're like, no, but, our souls are the same age, and that's all that really matters. I hate to break it to you, but I think the Lord may be coming for his soul a lot sooner than yours. Probably really soon, if I were to guess. The worst is that they make you feel like you have to comfort them. You start saying stuff you'd never say. You're like, oh no, I think it's really cool that when you were a baby, they were in high school, right? I think that's dope, actually. Yeah. Women who date older men are always like, it's not a daddy thing. It's not, I swear. And men who date older women are like, it might be a mommy thing. It might be, but we're just working through it. And men who date older men are like, Papa? I love it. Anyone having to go back to the office? God, it sucks. I had 2 years of bliss, and then now they want to take it all away. They want me to go back to the office. Conspiracy theory, they're making me go back to the office because I finally figured out how to have a good time. Because I'm living my best life now. Like, I finally figured out how to do the same job for the same money in my underwear, with my dog next to me, with a bathroom 5 feet away. Old Britt almost had it all, and now they want to take it away. Sorry, I turn into a little Italian man when I tell that joke, because I'm just so angry. Same thing happens when my family asks me when I'm going to start having kids. I'm from Long Island. I go very, very Long Island Italian. I'm kind of like, what's it, Theo? Are you writing a book? You'll know when the kid comes out. Jesus Christ, get a life. I am married, so those questions are happening more frequently. My husband is, he's very alpha, for lack of a better term. When you look at him and you see his facial hair, you're like, was he part of the insurrection or does he brew his own kombucha? Could go either way. But yeah, he's always on edge, We were at one of those outdoor dining structures that they have here in New York, and he was kind of wistfully looking out the window, and I was like, what are you thinking about? And he was like, I'm thinking about if a car crashed through here, how many moves I'd have to make to get us both out to safety. I was like, oh, I thought maybe you're thinking about me. Okay. And he's like, yeah, so I'd toss the table aside, and then I'd grab you, and then I'd run. I'm like, sick, dude, I'll tell Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that information. He's always thinking of escape routes. I'm not going to look any further into that. Yeah. But it's such a stark contrast from who I am as a person. I actually found out recently how I would react in a crisis situation, which you don't get to, know that very often. He also likes to do jump scares, which is a fun little activity that he does and I suffer through. And I didn't know he was home. And he kind of rounded the corner and went boo. And I screamed, I crumpled into a little ball on the floor, and I started crying. And, it's just good to know how I would react if there was a real murderer, which I think the term is going full hedgehog. That's what I did. So that's great. Data is important in relationships. We recently found out our love languages. You guys know about the 5 love languages? Yeah. I found out I am words of affirmation, and he is acts of service. And I think that's really unfair because mine's cool and easy and his sucks. His is chores. I'm sorry to break the news, but if yours is acts of service, it's just chores. I'm like, tell me I'm pretty and you love me, and he's like, undo the dishwasher. So let me get this straight. If I want to show you that I love you, I have to do housework? Mama didn't raise no fool. I am not setting feminism back 100 years, okay? So we came to a compromise, and now he is writing me love letters, and I'm hiring Merry Maids. So that's gonna be it for me, but y'all have been so great! I love my co-host.